Well, if you hung out at any local music spots, you've probably grown familiar with the sounds of the Dustin Kahlil Band, and here to talk about their style of music and where you can hear the band's namesake, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Dustin Kahlil, wearing some cool glasses here on the show for us today. Is that part of a theme you were telling me on what, your latest recording, or were you
stage aesthetic?
Yeah, your stage, really? Tell us a little bit about the stage show.
Well, we have, I mean, there's props, obviously. Some stages are big enough, some aren't. But generally, there's a clock that's loosely based on H.G. Wells' Time Machine.
Oh, great.
It's generally directly behind the drums, and I usually have some type of podium with cogs and gears and a clock and lights.
Is that something that you guys do regularly, where there is kind of a theatrical aspect to your performances on stage, even to this point of having a set and props and everything else?
Oh, absolutely.
Really? That's kind of y'all's claim to fame? What do you enjoy about that aspect of it?
Well, the first album wasn't themed in this. The one that it was a solo record. You know, I did most of this stuff myself, and it was recorded by a very talented engineer, Daryl Brown, also well-known musician for quite a few years. And he also, keyboardist. And he also engineered the album when I was fortunate enough to bring these talented gentlemen into the studio with me and begin the collaborative effort.
Now we're looking at a video right now. So where do you see all of this going in terms of your career? If you're a young guy, I mean, it's a brave new world out there. You've got, you know, your life ahead of you. You got big plans, probably. Well, if you were to write a script, what do you see for yourself?
I try not to live my life that way. I tend to think that inch by inch is the better way to go. That way you don't get too caught up and you don't put the immense amount of pressure on yourself, and you still continue to enjoy what it is you're actually doing. The creation part of it.
What's the good, the bad, and the ugly, kind of the difficulty, instead of ugly perhaps, of trying to launch a career and really make a name for yourself in South Mississippi? What's the good of it, and what's kind of the difficulty of it?
Well, the good of it is maybe for the same reason as the bad. I mean, we were kind of big city conveniences with the small town feel. The small town feel actually makes it a little easier to get the following. But at the same time, there does come a point where you have to branch out.
How would you describe y'all's music? I mean, when we think of indie, it really started back in the 80s in Britain, and then it gave birth to everything from grunge to you name it. I mean, you guys, I'm hearing kind of this song here seems to have kind of an acoustic flavor to it.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be the ballad that was on that particular record. But the EP that we're going to be releasing, that we're throwing around promo copies of right now, it's a little more aggressive. I wouldn't say like metal or punk or anything, but it's more guitar driven.
Alrighty, well, we encourage you to check it out. I mean, we're always rooting for local bands, and you can see Dustin perform at Hard Rock on the 6th and 7th. Is that going to be in the live? They've just redone that. It's beautiful. You seen it?
And I haven't seen that yet. It's the center one.
Yeah, and then January 21st, Club Raw, February 3rd, Government Street Groceries, so you have several opportunities to catch the Dustin Kahlil Band. Dustin, good luck to you, man. And leave me those glasses. I want to wear them for the rest of the show.
All right.
I don't know about that. It'd be kind of cool, though. Well, they're heading to a state competition, and